the biggest challenge within the fresh produce is the shelf life, because as known, fruits and veggies, they actually give off gas, which actually increase the decomposition and degrade, and therefore speed up the process of them ripening or expiring, right? What airocide does is that it eliminates those gases from the air and therefore preserves the food and actually increase the shelf life. Okay, to the industry itself, that actually speaks to the bottom line because it increased profitability. With the cannabis cultivation, the biggest challenge that they have is the powdery mildew challenge, which is actually this white powdery form of spores on the leaves that then compromises the quality of the leaves, and especially in medicinal cannabis, because once your plant is infected with powdery mildew, you cannot use it for medicinal purposes because it ends up causing respiratory conditions to the end user. So it's very important to eliminate that, and that by saving the crop, you can increase also profitability within that business. Different ranges is actually different application, and mainly because of different sizes of spaces and the volume of air which you would want to cover. One that in particular that is more effective for the cannabis cultivation is your aerosol clean 420 and aerosol clean 420 max that you would have. Those are the two models that are applicable for the cannabis industry. However, you have the APS unit, which is your advanced purification system, which is suitable for smaller spaces, ideal for home use. You've got your GCS model, your general commercial systems, which is for corporates, bigger spaces, hotels, schools, which has a higher capacity. However, and you also have an HD system, which is a heavy duty, which is for bigger industrial spaces. I'm a lover of wine, and therefore good quality of wine cannot be compromised. And this is where airocide comes in, right? Airocide, one of the advantages is that it eliminates black mold. Black mold is the biggest challenge of a fungal infection within the barrel where they get stored, because as a result of high humidity where you store the barrel. So airocide, because it eliminates and cleans the air, then it eliminates that challenge. And during your own testing station, when they keep on sampling the wine, then you don't have a cross-infection and have wastage of a goodly produced wine. For the wine industry, your aerocide HD titanium, depending on the size of your storage facility, that will be an ideal unit to use for the wine industry.
360 is a solutions-driven company. We wanted to be part of the solution, and as you know, COVID pandemic is the problem of the day. So 360 wanted to get involved, by dealing with air purification, because we know, like I said earlier, that COVID-19 is airborne. So there are many different protocols, the WHO hygiene protocols, but they don't include anything that deals with air pathogens. So 360 decided, for being part of the solution, we need to get involved from an air purification perspective. So that's the main reason. So it's literally making a difference in people's lives and bringing a solution that people are not dealing with, which is COVID, which is airborne, and that's why we decided to invest in this.
As we're all aware about the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic has in our country, I mean, we've seen businesses shut down, we've seen people lose their jobs, we've seen desire of people wanting their lives back to normality. And I think airocide provides that solution. Airocide presents an opportunity that people can actually have their lives back to normal. Our main objective is that to get the economy running, you need to bring people back into their office spaces or the area of operation. You need to empower entrepreneurs as well that are in different sectors, such as the restaurant business. We've seen the impact on lockdown restriction, the number of occupancies in certain spaces that restrict the capacity of making an income. And therefore, airocide, by providing a safe space and limiting the airborne transmission of COVID, it allows people to trade freely and it opens up the market.
Label, from your side, What technical efforts are we looking forward to with this product?
Thank you, Farai, for that question. So with airocide, everyone can be confident that the technology has been tested through many, many years for many pathogens, airborne pathogens in the air. And now with COVID-19, we've just received results of an amazing study that checked airocide units for elimination of SARS-CoV-2, which is the virus that causes COVID-19. And through those studies, we found that the airocide units eliminate up to 99.99% of the SARS-CoV-2 virus within 5.5 minutes, which is incredible for, if you think about corporates and the economy, trying to get people back to the office, which is important, right? So how do you safeguard your people against the infection, the high infection rates, especially because we're expecting the fourth wave to come through? So we know that airocide is backed up by a lot of clinical data, and the most topical thing right now is SARS-CoV-2.
I've got to ask a real question, just in summary. I'd like to know, what are the responses and the questions in the different industries that you guys had to face from the different delegates? So, for example, starting with healthcare, Natemba, what did you feel, the delegates really wanted to engage with airocide in the industry about?
Basically, most of the people that came through to me wanted it to be backed up. They wanted facts, and so it was nice that we could provide clinical studies just to be like, okay, cool, this is what the study said, this is what the study said. The most recent study said this and this and this. So it was very nice to encourage people and educate them as well, just to be like, okay, this is backed up by science. And yeah, I think that was what they were really keen to find out more about, Farai.
Oh, thank you. That's very interesting. They wanted a fact-based analysis. Marissa, from your side, besides the actual wine, in the wine industry, what were they interested in with regards to airocide?
So people were particularly interested in what after-sale services we would provide, such as coming and doing presentations at their companies. I think many were also very positive about referring us to the industry partners. And I think in general, we just collected a lot of really good sales leads.
From a fresh food produce point of view, Devin, what did you experience?
So I think the customers wanted to know what you could offer them from a value perspective for the food. I think they want to grow the yield and increase their bottom line from a profit perspective. So we proposed the product in a way that sort of spoke to that. We showed them that it can remove ethylene gas out of the air, which is the key to slowing down the ripening process and increasing the yield of the product. And I think it demonstrated the fact that the product can work and improve your bottom line, which I think every company is looking for in these hard times, right?